Yeah, welcome back to the channel, child. It's Lady Nika again, child, coming in with episode 3 of season 1 of Greenleaf, the new on church drama. And before I begin the review, I want to say too, I was talking to one of my little things down in my comments area, and on the last review I did, and I get it now. I get what you were saying when you said, does this give you Empire teas? It do. It's the church version of it. So I had to sit back and think about that, where you was going with that and how you got to that conclusion. So I see what you mean, and yeah, I agree, child. It's giving me Empire teas. It's just the church version of it. Also, thank you to the person that hit me up and said that they thought my thumbnail, the thumbnail I put on one of these reviews of Oprah, was me, child. That's a compliment here. Miss O got coin, and I never did think Oprah was an ugly woman. She just looks better when she puts her makeup on. So, thank you. Like I said, Greenleaf, season 1, episode 3. We shall see him as he is. Now, I didn't go back and watch the show because I ain't had time, and because I gotta watch this. I gotta rewatch this web series that I'm gonna do a review on. So I ain't got time to be watching all that. So I couldn't go back and watch it. I wrote down my notes based off what I recall. So it's not in order the way I normally do the reviews. I try to do it, scene by scene. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna try to give you all the scenes, but they may not come in the order in which they happen. But you're gonna see what the hell I mean, though. Okay, we start off this episode with Miss Alexa coming to tell Bishop Daddy that he's gonna have to answer for these inquiries that's being made by the senator's office. Apparently, the senator ain't letting it up, and now it has made it to the news. So he gonna have to do something. So Bishop Daddy goes to see. He decided he gonna probably go see the senator. So he gonna ride on out in the private jet to go see the senator because this going too far. Next we see Noah coming to ask Gigi to have dinner with him and his fiancee Isabella. Now Gigi is wondering, why would Isabella want, are you sure Isabella gonna want me to be at a dinner with y'all? And he said, yeah, she's the one, in fact, that actually asked me to come and ask you to have this said dinner. And I get it, Isabella trying to peep out her possible competition, because she know about Noah and Gigi had that relationship 20 years ago. And here's the thing, here's the thing that I had to say about that. Now, girl, if you're gonna come to peep your competition out, you don't never come there looking tattered. Girl, you better be centerfold ready when you come to meet a bitch that used to date your man, that you scared might still want your man. You don't show up there looking like you going to hang out with the homies, or you just, having a day around the house and you just happen to pop out to the store. Girl, you supposed to be on point, and you came there looking tattered, and I'm trying to figure out why you did that. But okay, anyway, they meet down there at some barbecue place, child, and she basically trying to fish for details. That's what she doing. We learn in that scene that Noah and Isabella started their relationship out as a long distance relationship. She actually hails from Dallas, and they were together for 2 years before she decided to go head on and come on down to Tennessee and live with him and marry him. Okay, like I said, she was trying to feel that woman out, asking about her views on marriage and things like that. And basically Gigi was giving her the, child, don't even be worried about me, but child, you best be worried about her, because it ain't intentional, but it's clear this man still loves this woman, and it look like it's reciprocated. I don't think they go intentionally try to reconnect and hurt you, but girl, you might want to go and buy you a bus ticket, because it look like you leaving soon. But she say she wasn't never marriage minded. She had other things she wanted to go out into the world and do, and that kind of, I guess, gave Isabella some false sense of pride. So she gets up and leaves them at the dinner table to go use the restroom. And in that little bit of interaction, you can clearly see, like I say, there's still something between the two of them. They gonna wind up reconnecting, and it's gonna break this woman's heart. But it's not intentional. It's just that you fell in love with a man who still technically belonged to, it's something in my head, y'all. Technically still belong to another woman. Okay, now let's go down to Auntie Mavis. She at the bar, at her bar restaurant, and she's speaking with one of her employees, a young man. Apparently, she done had some cash shortages in her drawers the last couple of days, and she know it's him. Now, she coming to him like she finna jump all in his ass, but we can tell she got a soft spot for this young man. This is how the scene went. She told him, I know you've been stealing from me, and you better go and come clean, because not only will you lose your job, but I'll call the cops on you. Young dude looked to be about 16, 17 years old. He's scared. He go ahead and admit, yeah, I did it. He said, I did it because my mama car broke. She said, well, why your mama car broke? Is it because she broke it while she was out driving and drinking? He said, yeah. She said, boy, I don't care nothing about your mama. I'm concerned about you. That's why I've done the things I've done. We could tell, in this moment we learned she done been doing a lot for this boy, buying stuff for him to go to school and all of that. She tell him, look, this is how this gonna play out. I'm gonna give you a second chance, because that's what I do around here. But you gonna pay me back. The next 4 Sundays is your ass belong to me. We going down in the basement. We gonna clean that basement out for the upcoming renovations, and that's how you gonna pay me back. She ain't firing me nothing. She sent his ass on back to work, and I can understand that. For those of you that don't really know me and just think you do, child, I can see that being how you would be, because sometimes that's how it goes. I've had a young man like that, and I got one now. Even though I'm not open, I actually do catering. I got a young man that even when it ain't no jobs, I still make a way for him to get some kind of paper in his pocket. Cause I feel like as older people, it's incumbent of us to try to save the youth, not destroy them, or put them into a spiral downward, feeling like they ain't got no options, nobody cares, and things like that. So I really like that scene, the way she took care of it, because it was like I was looking at myself in Oprah in that moment. So I was good with that. Then we see Bishop Daddy at the big house, and he talking to Lady May about having to go see this senator. Now she's saying, just write the man a check. Apparently that's how they do things. They write checks to get out of situations. And he said, no, check ain't gonna fix this one. I actually need to go and sit down and talk to this man. And plus I feel like he need another, he's a African American person, and maybe he needs somebody else to stand with him in this situation. He gonna try to play his way out of this here. She decides she gonna go with him. She say she need to go that way anyhow, so she can visit some of these high-end stores, because she need her a new outfit. So he agreed. They going down. Now, the next thing, we see them at this airport. Now, I guess this the airport for people who got coin and able to rent and own private planes, because it wasn't no normal airport. But they there, and apparently they've been waiting for some time, because old Pastor jet is kind of old and it's having some problems. In fact, the pilot comes to tell him, it may be a delay, because the jet just old. It needs to be replaced. Lady May say she ain't getting on no economy plane going no damn where. She stumps off talking about they gonna be going back to the house. Now Uncle Creepy Mac, he there too, and he's asking him, do you want me to just get in touch with the senator and let him know that I wasn't able to we're not able to make it. He said, no, what I want you to do is give me another jet. Child gave me $4 teas. I said, ooh, here come the GoFundMe. But anyway, I hear you, Oprah. I caught that. Next, we see Gigi meeting up with that girl Danielle, who alleged that Uncle Creepy Mac messed around with her, and old girl trying to stay with her recanted story that she only did all of that because she wanted to have some, she wanted some attention and things. And it seemed like the girl was going to stick to her story until Gigi begins to tell her the story of her sister Faith. She told her about how Uncle Creepy Mac was messing with her sister, and she went and told her parents, and her parents didn't believe it. Nobody wanted to believe her, and so her sister began to get in this downward spiral in her life, and she acted out, did a whole lot of stuff, that was probably unbecoming of her, because she was in pain because her uncle's messing with her and nobody would believe her. Faith said she left because she couldn't take it, and seeing all of that, and that her parents didn't have the support of the parents, but her sister stayed, and she kept enduring that until she couldn't anymore, and she ended up committing suicide. You could look at that girl Danielle and tell she was visibly affected by this story, because this is her story. If it wasn't for the fact fact her parents got paid off by this man or the family, she was going to keep going with her story. But her parents done paid up, when they took the payout, and so she has to stick with her story, and you can tell that's bothering her. She gets so upset, she gets up to leave. She tells Gigi don't contact her no more. She's sorry that what happened to her sister, but her story is different. See, her story is she just was lying to get attention. That man ain't did nothing to her. He only came around a few times, and he never did anything to her. Gigi just holds tight, baby. She gonna come back to you, because you could tell that messed her up hearing it. It did. And then you got these people sitting behind them. I don't know who the hell they were, but they either were some spies or they were some very fucking nosy ass patrons up in there, because they just stared. I'm like, damn, you might as well got up and came and sat at the table with them, bitch, because y'all all up in the Kool-Aid and don't even know the flavor. Child, whatever. Now, let's go down to this bar. Because at this bar, you got Kevin and Charity. It's a karaoke bar. He done got up there and he is butchering Stevie Wonder's My Sharia Moore, but she is loving it, because apparently she's somewhat inebriated in this moment. I ain't know the pastor kids get drunk like that, especially as, well, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone, but she drunk and he up there singing and he all into it, baby, until he looks over there to the side and realizes he done been clocked by two queens sitting over there. Yes. Child, he gets all in his feelings. Then he wants to get off the stage. He don't want to be Stevie Wonder no more in this moment. And he gets down from the stage. He goes sit at the table with her. They talking. And next here come the waitress, and she got this 2 fireballs. And he like, we didn't order them. She said, oh, no, baby, compliments of the 2 gentlemen over here that was sitting across the way from him. And it was them queens, honey. And child, them queens was bold, because child. But I guess they could recognize what was going on. They had done clocked him and seen she was dumb, because she's sitting over there talking about, even the gay guys know that you was singing good, baby. They know good music. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, bitch, you is truly green as a pool table and twice as square. Because, girl, these men is making a play for your man, because they done clocked him, honey. One recognizes the other. Game is to be sold, ho, not told. And they selling this month. They gonna sell that shit to you, but he know what the fuck they saying, okay? Child, he gets so upset, he ready to take her home. She go back home with him, and all of a sudden, her drunk ass wants to take a pregnancy test. She feel like she wants to see if they have actually made this baby that she wants to have with him. Well, actually, he the one brought that baby up, which is a whole nother story. Cause bitch, stop trying to use this girl as a beard. You know you gay as a motherfucker, so go on, come on up out that closet. You'll feel better. I promise you will. Come on up out the closet, Kevin. Anywho, when they get there, she won't take the pregnancy test. He urging her to wait till the next day, but now she won't do it right now. The spirit has told her she need to check that now. Unfortunately, she can't hold the stick for the pregnancy test, and he has to go in there and help her, which we seen him later sitting in the bed with the oh god damn look, because she pregnant now. Okay, now let's go over to the church where the outreach ministry for the homeless said, and that little white guy that clocked Kevin too in the beginning of the episode of the series back on back in episode 1, that he got a liking to. They talking about, the outreach ministry, the helping the homeless. You see that the people still there, they ain't quite cleared out yet, and he just thanking him for being there to, allow being a partner or partnershiping with him in this outreach ministry or this outreach homeless shelter thing they got going on down there at the church house, okay? Now, old boy was into the conversation. It was all good till Kevin said to him, my wife Charity and I are about to start a family. And go ask that boy, do he got kids? He said, no, it's just me. But when he found that out, that he was finna have that baby, the white boy ain't want to have no conversation. I'm trying to know the white boy name by next episode. But he don't want to have no more conversation with you. He feeling some kind of motherfucking way, because he already know. He done clocked you, boo. He know. And he probably like, okay, he finna try to, okay, I'm gonna leave him alone. So he hurry up and get away from Kevin, tell him, let me go on and, let us go on and clear up, get all our stuff together and clear up out of here, because the original agreement is they out by 9 o'clock every morning. So After he done heard that his potential boo thing ain't gonna be his boo thing, he don't want to talk no more, and he walks off from him. And I'm like, child, this is gonna be some mess. You hear me? This is gonna be some fucking mess. He don't want to chat with old Kevin no more. Now, we see Uncle Creepy Mac go to visit with Sister Mavis, and he basically threatening to allow the city to turn her spot into a museum because it sits on a historical landmark. She's saying she owns her place out and out, but he reminds her of eminent domain and that the city could seize her property if they so desired. But see, he's still in good with the Mayer family. They still see, them as family. So if she just shut Gigi up, they can go head on and, that'll go away. She ain't got to worry about losing her place. She gets to asking him, Mac, what's wrong with you? Now, I know our parents did a lot. They hurt us both a lot. But what did they do to you? What did Daddy do to you? Because it's like he hurt you and now you want to hurt other people. What happened to you, And he, child, like she wasn't even fucking talking to him. He telling her, look, I didn't come down here for this, basically. The paraphrasing, bitch. But I ain't come down here to hear all that shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit because he don't want to face the fact that the prey is now the predator. You see? And he threatened her. If you don't get Gigi to back off, because he knows that information is coming by way of Mavis. If you don't get her to stop, then I'm going to have your boy took from you. And she's saying that you ain't finna get away with this time. This time your ass is going down. Old boy ain't flinch or flutter, baby. He walked out of there with a sinister laugh that was straight evil. Do you hear me? It was straight evil. That actually is the end of the episode, but I forgot to tell y'all about this one particular episode. This one particular scene. So let's go back for 1 minute, and this will be the end. We got Noah and Gigi sitting outside the church on the bench. They sitting kind of close to each other. I'm like, child, y'all know y'all could be seen, right? But they out there talking. And it's in that scene that Gigi admits to him that she didn't leave 20 years ago because she fell out of love with him when she told him that she need to, they could see other people, and she left. She did that because she didn't want to mess up any opportunity. She knew her father was financing his college education, and she didn't want to cause no problem, but she couldn't stay there no longer because Uncle Mac was molesting Faith, okay? Now, we found out Noah pretty much know something was going on with old creepy Uncle Mac. But, of course, he, like everybody else, is afraid to come forward and say something about it because I guess he had something to lose if they was financing his, him going to school or whatnot. I'm sure he didn't want to go against his dad, his financer, and put it out there that the brother-in-law was a creepy pedophile punk. So Gigi says she back and she gonna fix this situation. She ain't going nowhere. And in a way, it kind of like they reconnected in a sense. Now, he ain't do nothing disrespectful. They ain't get the tonguing each other down on the bench in front of the church house. But I see, like I said earlier, that this is going to be a relationship sooner or later. They gonna wind up getting together, y'all. And it's gonna hurt old Miss Isabella. But I think that's all I can remember. If I left anything out, y'all know the conversation can always continue down in them comments because I'll be down there talking to y'all. I feel like if people, even the trolls, if you talk to me, then I owe that back to you, at least say something back to you. Now, if you're just too damn out of order, I delete your ass and block you. That's all it is. But that's all I recall. This comes back on again Wednesday night, so be looking for my review Wednesday night or Thursday morning, most likely Thursday morning. But yeah, I'm going to continue to do this. I hope that, I've got some pretty positive responses. The review ain't moving as fast as I thought. It actually is moving better than I thought because I thought I would probably have under 200 views on this. And I'm looking at my views on this particular show, and it's phenomenal. I didn't think you guys would be, open to hearing what the hell I got to talk about. But I sure do appreciate you here. I sure do. And in the meantime, in between time, please be looking for my review of this web series that I've been promising this boy for a month that I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down tonight, watch it again so that I can get my notes together, and I'll actually upload again tomorrow. And then shit, child, I ain't take no break this time though. Okay. Well, hell, I'm back. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back for the next review, which will be a web series. Peace.